Did anyone else feel like Jikook stole the show? Because what happened in Busan was impossible to ignore. From soundcheck to the stage, Jimin and Jungkook were constantly looking for each other and playfully interacting. But what really caught everyone's attention was a strange conversation they had in front of everyone, leaving many wondering if they were talking about something only they understood. We'll also see the beautiful words they shared with the fans and why they both seemed happier than ever. And just when we thought we'd seen it all, they turned the final speeches into complete chaos. Stay until the end because we'll also reminisce about the day they returned together from their military service. BTS's concert in Busan was an incredible moment for all of us, especially because we got to see Jimin and Jungkook as happy and close as ever. From the moment the show started, we couldn't stop watching them constantly seeking each other out, playfully interacting as they sang and danced. It's so moving to see how, no matter how many people were there, they managed to create their own space, looking at each other and laughing together, demonstrating the connection they share that makes them look so good when they're with us on stage. What struck us most was seeing them so relaxed during soundcheck, right there in their hometown of Busan. Seeing them in the place where they grew up made them act much more naturally, enjoying their time together before the concert's excitement began. For those of us who are Jikook fans, seeing them like this is clear proof that their relationship is genuine, as they themselves sought out moments to play and spend time alone, taking advantage of the fact that they feel much more relaxed and at peace at home. It's very clear that for Jimin and Jungkook, this tour is the perfect opportunity to be together. Every time we see them looking for each other on stage, we know it's not by chance, but rather part of that special way they care for each other as a couple. Watching them have fun in Busan confirms that their connection is the most important thing to them, and that they enjoy every second they can spend together, giving us unique moments that make it clear how much they love each other and how well they complement each other when they're sharing this important journey. When it was time to address the audience, Jungkook took the microphone with a huge smile and told us how happy he was to see everyone in Busan. He made it very clear that the energy from the very beginning was incredible, but what was most special was seeing the happiness on his face as he spoke about this first day of the Arirang tour. His words were simple and direct, but they conveyed that emotion you only feel when you share such a big dream with the person you love most, making us all feel the same joy they were experiencing at that moment. Next, it was Jimin's turn, who touched us all by saying how happy he was to give a concert in his hometown, calling it a dream come true. He sincerely thanked everyone who came to see them and reminded us that BTS's anniversary was very close, which made the moment even more special. Jimin looked genuinely excited to share this unforgettable day with us, and seeing how he addressed the crowd, it was clear that his priority was for everyone to enjoy themselves, but above all, for him and Jungkook to enjoy it themselves. It was truly incredible to see them both so happy on stage, sharing such sweet messages. When we see them together, talking about their city and what BTS means to them, we understand why they say their relationship is so strong. It was very clear that Jimin and Jungkook were experiencing a magical moment, giving their all to the audience but, above all, enjoying being with each other. Seeing Jikook like this, so united in Busan, is what makes us want to watch every one of their videos, because we know that in every performance they will always show how much they care for each other. One of the most moving moments of this concert was when we saw Jimin running across the stage and Jungkook, very attentive, started telling him to run. It was a very direct moment, but Jimin, wanting to be sure of what he was hearing, stopped and said, "I need to hear you clearly today." Jungkook's response was simply to guide him, saying left, right, while keeping the rhythm. This kind of communication, so characteristic of them, shows us that they have a way of understanding each other that goes far beyond what we can see, as if they had a secret language that only they understand perfectly. When Jimin asked, "What do you mean? You said left and right," and Jungkook responded with another, "What do you mean?" it became more than clear that they were playing with each other, having fun in their own world without caring who else was watching. Jimin ended the moment by saying, as if it were something they had already talked about or that they simply understand perfectly because of the trust they have in each other. These small interactions, where they speak with double meanings or codes only they understand, are the clearest signs that they have a real and very solid dynamic as a couple. It's impossible not to notice that these private moments they share in front of all of us confirm what many of us suspected, that their relationship is genuine and that they express their affection very naturally. They don't need grand speeches to demonstrate what they feel. It's enough to see how they coordinate, how they joke around, and how they respond to each other in such an intimate way. Each of these scenes reassures us that Jimin and Jungkook are always connected, nurturing their bond and showing us, with simple yet very significant actions, that their connection is real and that they support each other every step of the way on stage. When it came time for closing remarks, Jimin and Jungkook decided it was the perfect moment to let loose and create a little Jikook-style chaos. It was clear they wanted to make the moment their own, playfully teasing Taehyung to draw everyone's attention to them. They acted as if what was happening between them was the most important thing of the night, overshadowing their friend's speech, just to tease him a little and have some fun, as they always do. Many people started criticizing Jungkook for teasing Taehyung at that moment, but the truth is, we know this is just part of how they get along. There's nothing wrong with them playing around like that. It's obvious they were just having fun with friends. The most important thing here is that Jimin and Jungkook made it clear to everyone that what they have is something unique and special. While Taehyung is there as just another friend, they make sure to highlight their unique bond and demonstrate that their connection is the strongest thing in the group. This moment confirms that Jimin and Jungkook always seek any opportunity to be together and emphasize their bond, regardless of who's watching. They don't waste any time and even use important speeches to reaffirm that their connection is paramount. Defending them is easy when we see actions like this, where it's clear they don't care what others think, because their priority is always enjoying each other's company. It's clear that theirs is a special relationship, and we will continue to support every sign they give us, because seeing them so close is what we love most. Exactly 1 year ago, we witnessed Jikook's return to us after completing their military service, and it was truly special for all of us who supported them. What stood out most that day wasn't just their freedom, but seeing how genuinely happy they were to be reunited. Their smiles never left their faces, and every time we saw them, their eyes reflected a peace and comfort that can only be found when you're with someone who makes you feel safe. It was a day that showed that, after months of being separated by their obligations, each other's presence was all they needed. Throughout this time, from the day they enlisted until the moment they were discharged, they chose to walk this path together. It wasn't a coincidence that they faced this process in the same way. They stayed close at all times, supporting each other from afar and demonstrating that their bond was their greatest strength. Seeing them together again that day confirmed that their relationship is a fundamental pillar for both of them. The closeness they displayed upon reuniting made it clear that, regardless of the months they were apart, their bond remained intact and grew even stronger. That day of their discharge felt like a true relief and a shared source of pride for the couple. It was like witnessing a mission accomplished, where, after facing the same journey, they could finally be side by side again. For us as fans, observing that connection was the best sign that they chose to navigate this entire process as a team, supporting each other until the very last day. The way they stayed united confirms that, no matter what, they will always prioritize being together, making their return the most significant moment of the entire year. Furthermore, seeing them reunited that day made it abundantly clear that they weren't just celebrating the end of an obligation, but the fact that they had overcome that challenge as a solid couple. Every gesture and every glance they exchanged in front of the cameras was a direct message that their mutual commitment remained undiminished, even under the most demanding circumstances. For those of us who have followed their story, this reunion was the definitive confirmation that their relationship is real and lasting, since only someone who shares such a deep bond could convey so much security and happiness after such a long process. With the arrival of BTS Festa and the start of the BTS Ararang World Tour in Busan, the ZM Millennial Cafe, owned by Jimin's father, has become the main meeting point for fans coming from all over the world. The lines outside are truly enormous, demonstrating the number of people who want to be near a place that is part of Jimin's personal history. Despite the large crowds that gather early in the morning, what has once again drawn attention is the way Jimin's father treats each visitor, showing a consideration and affection that truly doesn't go unnoticed by anyone who has the opportunity to be there. To take care of all the people who spend long hours waiting outside, Jimin's father offered free water to everyone in line. It is these kinds of simple and humane actions that explain why so many people feel such a deep and special affection for Jimin's family. Kindness, courtesy, and genuine concern for the well-being of others seem to be core values in his home, and seeing them put into practice in front of fans reaffirms the warmth and humanity of his family. It is this warm and genuine connection that makes visiting the cafe an unforgettable experience for everyone who travels to Busan. It is incredibly moving to see fans who have traveled thousands of miles just to set foot in a place so connected to Jimin's roots, and it is this welcoming atmosphere that makes every second worthwhile. The Millennial Cafe has transcended its origins as a simple business, transforming into a space filled with meaning, memories, and immense love for the entire ARMY community. For those of us closely following the members' journey on this tour, witnessing this level of welcome is further proof that family support is a vital pillar in Jimin's life, always reflecting the kind nature that defines him and has been an example of gratitude towards those who have followed his career for years. Furthermore, this place has become a key stop on any Busan tour during this festive season. The fact that Jimin's family keeps the doors open with such warmth, even when demand is extremely high due to the Arirang tour, clearly demonstrates how much they value the public's affection for Jimin. Every detail in the cafe, from the attentive service to the way they care for visitors, helps fans feel part of something bigger, strengthening the bond of closeness that unites us with both the family and Jimin himself. It is this connection that makes the cafe a must-visit, where an atmosphere of constant respect and admiration prevails. Ultimately, Millennial has become a symbol of the closeness that Jimin has always tried to maintain with his fans. It is not just a building or a business, it is a place where the stories of the fans intersect with the story of the artist. Seeing how Jimin's father takes the time to attend to those who are waiting, it becomes clear to us that success has not changed the family's values. The appearance of mysterious boxes near the stadium in Busan has caused quite a stir among BTS fans. Each box clearly displays the phrase "a gift from BTS for the 13th," a message that has left the entire fan community intrigued and searching for answers. Since the group members mentioned a few days ago that they were working on a special surprise, rumors have been swirling, and the physical presence of these giant structures in such a strategic location has only heightened the anticipation of what might be hidden inside. The way they've been arranged suggests they aren't random decorative elements, but rather part of a structure designed to directly interact with those visiting the stadium. What makes this particularly significant is the exact timing of their placement, just before the BTS Festa and the start of the BTS Arirang World Tour in Busan. It's no coincidence that these structures appeared precisely now, when all eyes are on the city and fan energy is at its peak. This timing suggests a meticulously planned move. Questions about whether this is an exclusive event, a massive fan appreciation project, or some kind of secret content marking the start of the tour are now the main topic of discussion among those of us closely following the group's every move at this crucial stage of their career. Everything surrounding this discovery is being kept under tight wraps, but the group's track record tells us to pay close attention to every little detail. When BTS announces they have a gift prepared, fans know it involves deep planning that often resonates deeply with our emotions. The fact that these structures were specifically labeled with the number 13 reinforces the suspicion that it's something with special significance, designed to commemorate a pivotal date or moment in their history. The combination of uncertainty and anticipation surrounding what we'll find inside has created an atmosphere of positive tension that permeates the entire stadium area in Busan. Furthermore, the fact that these boxes are part of the pre-concert environment demonstrates the group's intention to immerse the audience in the experience even before the first song begins. They are not merely physical structures, they represent direct communication between the members and armies at a moment when the connection must be absolute. The way they have managed this mystery allows the excitement to build gradually, transforming the space around the stadium into a place of constant speculation and anticipation. It is clear that they wanted to construct their own narrative around these objects so that the impact of the reveal is complete when the time comes. Ultimately, this strategy reminds us why the bond between BTS and their audience is so unique. By maintaining this kind of enigma, The group makes fans feel part of a creative process, where the gift is the result of a mutual exchange of loyalty and support. While we await the official opening, the community continues to analyze any visible clues, aware that what lies behind those boxes will be the main event of these days. It's a direct way to keep the focus on the tour, ensuring that every person who visits the stadium experiences it as something unique and unrepeatable, waiting for that definitive sign that will answer all our questions.